is very important to us. Please hold.
Hello and welcome back to
On hold with Leo and
Hello
Roman.
and welcome back.
Please hold.
Hello,
On hold.
welcome back. Hello and welcome back.
Please hold.
On hold with Leo and Roman.
Hello, welcome back. Hello, welcome back. Hello, welcome back.
Please hold. Please.
Hi and welcome back to On Hold. It's another week this side, and yeah, I think I've had a bit of a challenging week, actually 2 weeks. I was not feeling so good, but so grateful to be feeling much better. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're back again, welcome back. See, even the short hair is back. I wasn't feeling it anymore. It's like I'm saying the 2 weeks were a bit rough. I was like, I can't do the braids, and also it's getting hot. So I was like, Patra, help me, muna. I only gunze. So now I got my short hair back. I'm very excited about that. Feeling light. So yeah. But yeah, when you're sick and taking time off as well, you kind of get a chance to think a little bit about certain things. And not that I was like ill, like life-threatening type of ills, just I was off balance, if I can put it that way. So I just needed to take time out and get myself right again. But I still thought, and this little squirrel of a thought came running through my mind, and I thought, you know what? There's no point in avoiding thinking about this. Let's think about it and let me see. And it was just basically about if anything worse could happen to me, in case if I get hospitalized or unconscious or die or anything like that. Who is the one person who would know where my paperwork is? So my admin work, anything like that. Or where do I point people to go? For example, just admin, like what policies do I have? Where do I have them? Is it AFBOP? Is it Holland? Is it APSA? Who is the beneficiary that's supposed to go, and who's the beneficiary that I have appointed there, etc. And I just thought about it, and I thought, actually, I don't think I'm that organized. As much as although maybe some of these things are in place, I'm the only person who knows what's going on, who understands. Because also when I change things or cancel or move things around, how often do I really update the next person? And who is that person? Is it my mother? Is it my sister? Who is it? So I sat and thought about it, and I thought, you know what? I actually don't think I've done this right. I don't know if you guys are much more organized than I am. Maybe you've got people that know everything, and you've got a filing system or places that you store documents. I mean, I have a file. I have my pink file. I think those people who know me know my pink file. It was around here somewhere. Okay, here. I have my pink file. It's always here. I think I needed it because I needed documents, passports and stuff like that. So I keep my stuff in my pink file. But just this pink file, opening it is an issue. If people don't know how to open this, they might just break it. And also there's other files. There's an orange file and there's a green file. So which one is which? Where's everything? When last did I clean out my files? Because as time goes on, I probably have documents from a long time ago that I don't need. Car documents, disc licenses, things that I used to keep, and cars that I don't even probably own anymore, or things like that. It's just about like my admin, how clean is it and how clear is it? And I realized that actually it's not. I need to clean it up and keep maybe the most important documents in my file and write something, because now if I had to be hospitalized and I'm not conscious and somebody says, okay, we need to go into the house and find something, they are not going to find what they're looking for. I don't know what. I'm just giving a scenario, a vague one. They're not going to find anything. They're just going to have to look and go through papers and papers and papers, looking at the date, which one's the latest, what is what, because there is no clear instructions anywhere or clear outline of what's going on, where things are, where people must go. And I also remember when my niece passed a few years ago due to COVID-related illnesses as well. Different people knew different things. So somebody would say, okay, we think she had an F&B policy, but we don't know if it's just an account or was there also a funeral cover, sanlam, whatever. So, and then you have to have people going and checking if there is really a policy, what is it, who's the beneficiary, because it wasn't clear. So, and you get to one place or one spot and they tell you, no, that we're looking for somebody else who is the one who can claim for this policy or against this policy. In one place probably is the uncle, another place is the younger sister, another place is so it wasn't one specific person. It wasn't clear what had happened, and she had also had changes in her employment, so we didn't really know what's the latest now. So yeah, and I thought about it and I thought, I mean, how good are you guys with your admin and how do you do it? But I realized that it's very important because I do things on my own. I don't think my kids know what's going on. They wouldn't understand. If anything would happen, I don't think my mom will know where to start, where to look. They'll probably ask maybe some of my friends or people that they believe are close to me, and they're going to realize they're also not sure what's going on. So I feel, and actually I've had this conversation a couple of times with some people, and as we were talking, I realized with some families that are even more organized, they actually have spoken as a family about all of this. So there's no secrets really. It's about knowing that, okay, if mom passes on, this is the person that will have can claim against the policy. This one has this one has this. If it's dad, this one has this. So it's like in order, because some families are really not afraid to talk about such things. But on my side, I realized it's a mess that I need to fix, and not because I'm nervous about something. It's just so that at least things are clearer for everybody or anybody. Because I don't know, man. People will have to search. People will be frustrated with me because they'll think, okay, let's go to work. Maybe at work you'll get what you get, but you don't know what else I signed up for. You don't know where else I signed up. You don't know what covers, what, nothing. You don't know anything. Nobody knows. So what I'm gonna do is to sort out that sort of admin. Pink file, green file, orange file. Some of them I can see them from here, that's why. And all these files that are there, I'm going to clean out and then decide what is what. If it's the kids' documents, reports, whatever, one side, and label it properly. Kids' reports, da-da-da-da-da. If I keep my pink file, I keep my pink file, but I must be clear what I'm keeping in there, and probably just have maybe an overview of a document explaining what's in there and what happens. But I also think I need to find somebody one or two people that I can just inform to say, listen, if the popo hits the fan, and my family is probably frustrated and scared and all of that, and they don't know where to look, you need to be the one that steps in and explain these things and give them this or whatever. I can put it in a document and send it, or on a WhatsApp. I think it's quite easy as long as I've written to say, oh, okay, it's up, it's Holland, it's upside, it's whatever, and who are the beneficiaries. But also maybe look at the beneficiaries so that I don't mess things up. Try to align things and inform the people that are beneficiaries that they are the beneficiaries for those specific policies or covers, and that and what their responsibility will be. So yeah, I think that will help a lot, because I realized I'm not so organized. I don't know about you guys, if you are organized, or if you're scared that if you tell somebody that they're the beneficiary, they're going to kill you. I doubt. I think some of it is just medical things. And yeah, another thing for me, because I live far from my family, it's kind of like, who's the nearest person here who could do something if anything happens whilst my family is still trying to get to me, flying over and all of that. So who's that person who's around? I mean, I also struggle with things like next of kin for the kids, especially in school. Like, you kind of wonder who's that next person, because it's not like you have to inform the person to say, can I at least put you in as a next of kin for my child at school? Because if then they can't find me and there's an emergency, if they find you, understand why they called you. But it's about maybe thinking it through, informing the people that you are appointing or that you want to work with, and just making it clear. So if you've got tips for me, I would really love to hear from you in terms of what I can do, what you guys do, what's the best way to do it, safest way to do it as well. And if you are in the same boat as me, I just as need to organize yourself, please raise your hand and say you are here, and we both need to work a little bit harder at it. I know even with people who are in relationships, I don't think you know what you guys are doing, each other's business. I think you might have an idea, Mara. One day one person cancels the policy or whatever, and you don't tell the next one. Or it lapses or something happens and you don't tell the next one to say, no, I once got this and then I decided to cancel it because of whatever. And people are stuck thinking, having past knowledge and not really having the most recent information about where you are, what you're doing, and what your admin is looking like. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought about. And like I'm saying, really, I wasn't sick to that extent, but that thought did pass my mind. And when it did, when that squirrel key came, it's like, hey, what's going on? I thought, no, I'm not gonna think about this now. I'm just making myself panic. But eventually, at some point, I was like, all right, let me rather fix my thoughts properly to this, thought. What is it really saying or asking me? And let me just entertain it. And when I did, I realized actually it's a good thing that I stopped to think thoroughly, because it's a reality. So one of my homeworks is to clean up my paperwork, label it, file it, scan it, put it on the cloud, make it electronic, whatever. I'll find ways, and I'll also hear from you, and also try and see who I inform thoroughly about what is the status and what is the situation with me, and where do people start in case of anything, any emergency or anything. All right. So yeah, that's me, and I advise you to do the same. But please don't forget to comment and drop me some advice about how I can do this better, and also just let me know how you've done, where you are. Are you better organized, or are we in the same boat? So yeah, but guys, I'm grateful. I'm feeling much better, and yeah, we're back on. All right, thank you.